My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Reintroducing the Watcher. We're still on Ascension 4 as per last video. Obtain a random rare card, random common I'm gonna go with the random common relic, honestly. Blood Vial is nice. It's not great, but it's nice. We've got a 4 elite path. I really want to try and do that. Depends how equipped I get over the course of... This is fine. Depends how well equipped I get over the course of the next couple spaces. Protect, Consecrate, Follow-Up. I like a good early Protect there. Take some money just in case I encounter a shop. Don't encounter a shop. Lose the max HP. Obtain a special relic, Cursed Pain. Fine. That now means I definitely can't go to that space. So I'll go here in order to remove the pain from my deck. So the Warp Tongs, at the start of your turn, upgrade a random card in your hand for the rest of combat. Is honestly pretty incredible, especially if you can remove the pain early on. Liquid Bronze, gain 3 Thorns, as well as Evaluate, Flurry of Blows, and Follow-Up. I'm okay just taking an Evaluate. Interesting. There's a Day for Form. And a Blasphemy. Oh, gosh. So I can remove and then go for the Blasphemy, but I really want to go Membership Card remove. Sets me up for the future. Blasphemy is too good. You don't turn down Blasphemy. I'm also going to take the Bowling Bash, actually. With Blasphemy and Bowling Bash, maybe I should go back on the 3 elite path. But there's a rest here, and there's another rest midline up here. It's like, this is much better. So Blasphemy upgrades to Retain, so you'll always have it in your hand on the turn where you're like, cool, I can suddenly kill. Now it's time to kill. Very hopeful that I get my... Ouch. Was very hopeful that I was going to get my kill that turn. Oh well. Blasphemy into Strike. Strike Eruption for the kill. Took way more damage there than I'd liked. Oh well. Bronze Scales. At the start of each combat, gain 3 Thorns. Another Protect. Yeah, I am kind of just looking to save myself while I wait for Blasphemy to be on something to kill. Anchor. Started combat with 10 block. I absolutely love that. Use the Fear Potion to obtain a Relic. And it was the War Paint upon upgrade to random skills. Get a Bowling Bash upgrade. We're going to need offensive upgrades. I haven't been picking up damage yet. Thankfully, this is the fight we're in. Cool. Bowling Bash can kill the backliner if we draw it. And we do. Neat. And Strike Evaluate, just set up for future turns. Having a Protect in hand every turn here basically makes it impossible to damage me. That's me, Bowling Bash, Strike. Lovely. Whetstone upon pickup, upgrade to random attacks. Another Bowling Bash? I mean, I'll take it. Didn't end up getting upgraded, though. For the sake of the next floor, I'll definitely take that. Okay, and... Oof, yikes. I need damage. Like, I just need damage cards. Bowling Bash is all that's really turned up for me so far. What do I want? Wallop, Whirlwind Strike, Windmill Strike, sorry. Sands of Time, definitely. The Expunger, even. Definitely can't take any of those. Hang on. Collect. Put a miracle into your hand at the start of your next X turns. The miracle is Retain, gain 2 energy, exhaust, and it upgrades to give you them for 1 extra turn. I honestly don't particularly like it that much. This character is all about thinking to your next turn and setting up for your next turn and those kinds of things, but I've never found that particularly useful. Reach Heaven. Deal 10 damage, shuffle the Through Violence into your draw pile, and Through Violence is a 0, retain, deal 20 damage. I need that. I just need the damage. The deck has so far been ignoring my pleas. I'm going to even upgrade the Reach Heaven so it's much more attractive to initially play. It's entirely possible I draw a hand that wouldn't be able to put the Guardian on the ground. I have to do it myself right now. I'm not going for score right now. I can deal 10 damage. So I also use my Thorns Potion because the enemy does have multi-hit turns like this. So currently, Blasphemy Through Violence is 80 damage that I'm holding in hand. Just going to sit on that for a little bit more. Maybe try and get another Through Violence in hand. Ooh, it even got upgraded, so it's currently 90. Well, this is definitely lethal now. Distilled Chaos. Play the top 3 cards of your draw pile, as well as Master Reality, Establishment, and Wish. Interesting. Establishment, whenever a card is retained, reduce its cost by 1 for this combat. We have 2 Protects that retain themselves in my hand. And I could eventually just have 0 cost Protects. I'm very interested in that, actually. Wish, choose 1, gain 6 plated armor, 3 strength, or 250 gold. I probably don't need that. It's probably too slow. Master Reality. Whenever a card is created during combat, upgrade it. We have only the Insights and the Through Violence. Through Violence does get 10 more damage, though. Insight, draw 1 more card. I'm gonna go with Establishment. I'm gonna see what I can do with that. No longer being able to upgrade any cards in my deck is a little bit terrifying because I want the Establishment out early for the sake of becoming innate. And there are other cards that I might want to pick up and improve in that same way. Holy Water replaces Pure Water, gives me 3 Miracles in hand instead of just the 1. Honestly, if I'm going to be retaining cards, I don't want Miracles in my hand that I'm retaining as well. I'm going to take Sozu here. Because then I have less space in hand to retain other cards. A Necronomicon would be absolutely perfect for us right now. Double plays are Through Heaven. Through Heaven, sorry. Double plays the not Through Heaven, the other one. Reach Heaven, which would get us just so much more. Because we'd have another Through Violence in our deck. Yeah, this is... Lets me Reach Heaven. Sash Whip, Prostrate, and Pressure Points. Probably none of these. Maybe the Sash Whip? Yeah, Sash Whip just so that I can weaken people while I'm stalling for a little bit. Makes sense. Just I really didn't want to. So via Eruption, 18, 12 is 30, Eruption's 9, so it still doesn't kill the looter. So I'd have to throw all of those against the backliner in order to kill the backliner, and then I still take a bunch of damage here. I think I just got to take some lumps here. Not using the Eruption, though. Bowling Bash the frontliner before I use Reach Heaven there. Blast me Through Violence. Gotta do it. You gotta. Third Eye, pre-upgraded. Gain 9 blocks, scry 5. Helps me choose my next hand quite effectively. I'll take it. So go to the shop. It's another Reach Heaven. I'm also going to take the 2 extra strength in elite fights just because that's really terrifying to me, my upcoming elite fights. Okay. Let's bounce. Probably doesn't matter if I'm in calm or not there. Not in love with taking 12 damage here, but okay. Blessing in the Forge. Upgrade all cards in your hand for the rest of combat. Don't really get to get it though. Evaluate Fear No Evil and Simmering Fury. Simmering Fury at the start of your next turn. Enter Wrath and draw 2 cards. That's like a bad blasphemy for us, basically. I'll take this Evaluate as well. It's effectively like a delayed backflip, if you want to think about it like that. Cool. Gotta love a good old full defense turn. Option, Bowling Bash on you and Reach Heaven. Hey, got the Reach Heaven for the kill. Love it. Foresight at the start of your turn, scry 3, Flying Sleeves and Crush Joints. I don't really want to be scrying every single turn. Crush Joints for the vulnerability on an enemy is pretty great, especially because Blasphemy into Crush Joints into like murder is lovely. Okay. I want both of them down this turn, like definitely, and the only way I can do that is playing the Eruption. So I guess I play the Eruption then. Thankfully, we've got Blasphemy in hand here. I don't want to possibly play Blasphemy with the Distilled Chaos. That's why I'm very happy to have it in hand here. Okay. 1, 2. Let's go back into Vigilance. It's fine. Because if I need damage, it's Blasphemy, Murder. Extreme murder with the Through Violence. Come back here so I can murder you again. Dreamcatcher, whenever you rescue, add a card to your deck, as well as the Emerald Key, Prey Protect, and Mental Fortress. Probably don't need any of those. Another Protect seems overkill right now. I'm actually defending quite well. Speaking of defending quite well, we can defend incredibly with these. I just don't... I don't know. I don't know if I actually want them, though. The deck already has so much defense in it. To take those would change the balance of the deck in a way that I don't particularly think I would enjoy. Gotta get the Reach Heaven through that, though. Okay, so this is 96. 96 plus... 34, 51. We have lethal. Blasphemy's really good. Start each combat with 4-plated armor, as well as devotion. I don't think I need that. Follow up and weave. No, thank you. Vajra, start each combat with 1 strength. That is huge. Each point of strength gets... benefits 2 times from Wrath and 3 times from 3 times from Devotion. Divinity, sorry. Divinity would be 45. Yeah, I can't start counting lethal yet. That's too much. That'll do for that turn. Hey, there's the Through Violence. Get him. Windmill Strike, also incredibly good in this deck. I want to get that upgraded as soon as possible as well. I could probably play the top 3 cards of my draw pile, but I don't really need to. I'm taking 6 damage that turn. Interesting. We actually have lethal. God, I love Blasphemy. Whenever you use a potion, heal for 5 HP, as well as an energy potion as... Oh, right. I only get to use that once. No energy potion. Gotta remember that. Empty Fist, Exit My Stance, Flying Sleeves, and Sash Whip. Don't really need any of those. Here, we will smith the Windmill Strike, though. Hoping to get that early in the boss fight. Okay. Gremlin Leader's not guaranteed to attack. Thankfully doesn't as well. I'm using the Through Violence there just because the Mad Gremlin will now die as it attacks me. And I get to weaken the Gremlin Leader just in case they choose to attack on any of those turns. They chose not to, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, I guess. This is 13, so it's currently... triple this damage is 39. 39 for each enemy in combat plus Eruption. That's lethal. As soon as I get over the threshold, I don't care about counting anymore. Empty Fist, Crescendo, and Alpha. Alpha, I think we've mentioned before, but since it's rare, I'll go through it again. Shuffle a Beta into your draw pile. Beta shuffles an Omega into your draw pile, and Omega is a 3-cost power. At the end of each of your turns, deal 50 damage to all enemies, 60 on the upgrade. The upgrade for Alpha is just to make it innate, not to upgrade the Beta and Omega. Those happen with things like a Warp Tongue. Might do that for us. Yeah, I'm going to upgrade Establishment. Having that innate, especially because Anchor is one of my turn ones constantly here as well. Seems like I have it on the turn where I can actually play it by doing that. I'll take 1 damage. It's fine. Don't want to throw out an early protect there. Especially if it's not needed. Evaluate, just leave it. Reach Heaven, Insight, and basically play every defend I get. Oh, that's another Reach Heaven. I'd love to play that. I'm doing it. Protect, Defend, and Vigilance that turn. I'm waiting for my weakness to wear off here. Enemy is reapplying weakness this turn, but Blasphemy into Crush Joints, into Through Violence, Windmill Strike. So Blasphemy makes this 33 damage to the enemy, 33 damage to the enemy, and then this becomes 31. 31 becomes 93, so 93 2 times is 186. 186 plus 33. Hang on. 186 plus 33 is 183, 210, 3. And then a 39 by 3 is 3 short of 120. So it's 117. Right? Against vulnerability, that'll be 39. 39 times 3 is... It can't be that. Can it? 27 plus 90, it's 117. If I've counted correctly, I definitely have lethal here. Got him. That's why it matters. Judgment versus Omniscience versus Conjure Blade. Judgment could actually be really good for knocking down a target that I don't intend to use my wombo on. In fact, I am very happy to take it for that reason. Omniscience. Oh, I don't think I'd gone through that before. Or maybe even Expunger. Damn it. Okay, to clarify as well, by the way, at the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. Runic Pyramid. It does not say retain. It says do not discard. Specifically so that it does not result in a broken combo with Establishment where your whole deck costs 0. Okay. Gain energy at the start of each of my turn. All enemies start combat with 1 strength. I don't really like that. Honestly, retaining every card is still probably the best one here for me. Fine. More than happy to have it. Oof, another 4 elite path. Do I do it? I do it. Fortune favors the bold. Hey. Just gonna pop a defend. I'll have later turns with better defense to actually go at these enemies. Okay. Beautiful. Prostrate, Study, and Crush Joints. Don't really want any of those. Yeah, I should be able to do this. They grow quickly, but so do I. Slightly short of the defense. There's Judgment. Interesting. Strike. Strike, Sash Whip, Judgment, I guess. It's another situation I really didn't want to have to do it like that, but fine. 15, 45. Yeah, we definitely have lethal. Prayer Wheel. Normal enemies drop an additional card reward, as well as a bunch of things here I don't want. Nirvana, Worship, and Flying Sleeves. We've seen each of those before. Oh, right, I retained my cards. I shouldn't have used that Judge. I didn't need it. There we go. Fire Potion as well as Tranquility, Just Lucky, Empty Mind. Don't really care about those. Empty Mind, draw 2 cards, exit your stance. Upgrades to draw 3 cards and exit your stance. I could go for another Protect. No, I'm going to go for another Third Eye, actually. Curate my next hands a little bit better. Vigilance there. I kind of want to Bowling Bash the Spiker. And in fact, as a result, will do. Just so that it's much easier to kill at the end. Let's get rid of those, and then single strike there should be fine. Fine. Sash Whip will kill the Exploder by itself. Not really how I wanted that one to go, but it's okay. Kills him. We're all fine. Liquid Bronze, gain 3 Thorns. Again, don't need to read those. Don't have them. Another Third Eye or a Worship. Swivel could help me play Reach Heaven for free, but that's only card that it really works with there. But I guess I would retain Swivel in hand until I drew it anyway. I'm kind of over retaining cards in hand at this point, so maybe I don't want extra cards if I just intend to keep them in my hand at this point. Eternal Feather. For every 5 cards in your deck, heal 3 HP whenever you enter a rest site. I really want to try and go and do the heart with this. I don't know if it'll work. I have a sneaking suspicion it won't, but I still want to do it. Garbage strikes out of hand there. Yeah, no vulnerability. That's not happening. That's Third Eye. Don't really care about either of those in the next end or either of those. Third Eye again. And throw out a Reach Heaven. Let's throw out a Miracle and another Reach Heaven, actually. I'm happy to draw the Reach Heavens, hopefully. Great. Sash Whip for the weakness. Defend, defend. Evaluate. I'll Crush Joints, or rather Blasphemy, Crush Joints, and kill next turn. Yeah. Blasphemy, Crush, kill. Kunai. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dex, as well as another Reach Heavens. Too late. No. Another Perseverance, though, especially pre-upgraded. When retained, increase its block by 3 this combat. Sure. I'm going to recall that. I suspect I might want to rest after this elite. Oh, never mind. I only get 2 elites in a row. All right. This could end up killing me. I sincerely hope it does not. I am taking these elites largely to see if I can make the run even crazier. Because it's already pretty wild. Gonna have to throw both of those out. Sure. Not the world's best turn there, but it's fine. So Blasphemy would be, this is 39. 39 times 2 is 78. 78 plus 69 is nice. 78 plus 69 is not enough. 78 plus 69 is 80. 87. Sorry, I'm trying to remember the numbers is actually the problem I'm having with the math, is trying to remember which numbers I'm working with. Because it's not the number on the card. It's a number multiplied by the number on the card, which is just a little degree removed. Anyway, 69 plus 78 is 130... 147 plus 18 3 times as well. That's lethal. Duvu Doll. For each curse in your deck, start each combat with 1 strength. I would have picked up so many curses had we had that earlier. And probably wouldn't have ended up with Runic Pyramid and would have ended up with a completely different deck. I honestly don't want any of these. I don't need the extra energy. I don't want the extra cards. I don't need Mantra. Sundial, every 3 times you shuffle your draw pile, gain 2 extra energy. Gotta love it. Hey, and a giant head that we should do pretty damn well against. I don't mean to celebrate early, but the giant head is exactly the type of enemy we want to go up against with this deck. Trying to get more cards out of my hand so that my this turn is a lot better. Still not going to be enough. What? Okay. Let's go Perseverance, Protect, Insight, Insight. I lose the vulnerability on the enemy past this turn. I definitely have lethal at this point. Due to the amount of cards I'm playing, I should end up with lethal here. So it would be lowest to highest damage. Because the enemy has slow, whenever you play a card, Giant Head receives 10% more damage from attacks this turn. Yeah. Regal Pillar, whenever you rest, heal an additional 15 HP, as well as I don't get that. Sense of Time, Simmering Fury, Meditate. Put 2 cards from your discard pile into your hand and retain them. Enter Calm, end your turn. Meditate's nice, just not for this deck. And Simmering Fury at the start of your next turn, enter Wrath and draw 2 cards. Upgrades to 3 cards. Also nice, but not for this build. Yeah, I'm gonna take the gold. Hell yeah, cash in that idol. I'm gonna push my luck a little bit here. Shouldn't play that defend. In fact, I should have held the Evaluate in hand. Two. Ah, it was supposed to be Bowling Bash before that. That's my bad. Oops. Past all of those. I do want that extra defend out, so I'm using my Windmill Strike there. Well, at least I healed 12 at the end of this fight. Third eye to set up for a better next turn. Bowling Bash. Probably shouldn't have even used the Bowling Bash. I gotta remember, I have the ability to retain my cards in hand. Why am I using all of my good cards? Yeah, I definitely have lethal again. Cool. Akabeko, your first attack each combat deals 8 additional damage, as well as a bunch of stuff there I definitely don't want. Tesseract. Yeah, I'm probably going to rest the final side anyway. Enlightenment, the Bomb, and Discovery. None of those really matter except for Discovery I'll take. Trip is great. Incredible for us. Exactly what I was looking for there. Master of Strategy might actually be too many cards in hand, but worst case scenario, I'd just keep them in hand for a later turn. Ooh. Take an additional copy of a card in your deck. What would I do that with? Another Reach Heaven? Another Perseverance? Definitely not another Establishment. Another Windmill Strike, maybe? I don't know how this deck goes against the Heart, simply because it uses Blasphemy and it's over, right? I use Blasphemy when the fight ends. But the thing is, the Heart, you need to do a giant amount of damage on multiple different turns because it can only take 300 single damage in a 300 total damage in a single turn. It's concerning me, honestly. Take Secret Weapon just to fetch stuff out of my deck. And in fact, I'll take a second secret weapon. Remove a strike. I think I'll leave the rest of this money for the next floor. Yeah, let's get Discovery upgraded. I'd like to play that multiple times. Okay. Basically, I just want to protect myself against the backline while beating down all these chumps. At least I get to heal after this fight now. Let's evaluate. Crush joints. Reach heaven. Miracle. Strike. And then a defend. Incoming damage is real brutal from this enemy. Please stop hitting me that hard. I cannot live if you keep doing it. Let's go Perseverance. Evaluate. Master of Strategy, Trip Third Eye, and Weakness in the next hand sounds good to me. I'm gonna have to just throw through violences though, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna have to throw these attacks from time to time. Otherwise, how do I get past the first phase? I'm effectively having like a small version of the problem I'll have in the heart fight right now. Good trip right there, at least. And I even get to up my dex. Neat. Getting closer to that judgment. Secret weapon out. And then... Nope. Judge the enemy. Definitely make sure to judge the enemy there. Almost died. Secret weapon 8. Yeah, through violence out. We're fine. Cool. Blasphemy. Crush joints. Kill. The heart is just going to be the problem, right? Because that was hard to do there. We destroyed everything else in the run. But a boss that has 2 health bars is hard for us to kill. And the heart has at least 3. So I saved a lot of my money for this final shot because I feel like this is the shot where I really need to get it together. Take an extra turn of vulnerability on that. Vulnerability applied on turn 1 is nice as well. Start of your turn, lose 15 block rather than all of it. I mean, I do overblock by a lot occasionally, so sure, I'll take that, I'll take that. Take more max HP, cut another strike from the deck. Here's where I would be buying potions if I had the ability to. Okay. Let's go Miracle, Crush, Sash, and then Reach Heaven. Gets me the weakness and vulnerability on the Spire Spear, as well as a point of dex. Again, I'll throw out a Reach Heaven there, and then just defend as best I can. Bowling Bash is nice. Secret Weapon... Perseverance, honestly, isn't that early. That is, isn't nice that early. Secret weapon finds the other through violence. Okay, it's blasphemy, that, and then boom, boom, got him. Ink bottle. Whenever you play 10 cards, draw 1 card, as well as the Essence of Steel that I don't get. I'm gonna take an empty body literally just so that I can maybe exit Eruption so that I can use some of this early stuff. It's important that I actually get Sash Whip to weaken here, so I can't play it. Read Chevan, Sash Whip. Just have to get the weakness off. Miracle and Protect. Protect. Not bad. I even get to keep all of my plated armor. That can have a pretty huge impact. Start with an Evaluate here. Then Secret Weapon out. Reach. Secret Weapon out. Crush. The reason I did both of those is because I want to make it more likely that Master Strategy draws defense. Did draw defense, but not enough to save me. Honestly, like, Blasphemy is still in the deck. If this plays Blasphemy, the Distilled Chaos, I lose. I could wait one more turn. Yeah, we can definitely no longer win this. This is. Oh, I would have played Blasphemy as well. I would have died. Discovery for wave of the hand for weakness, I guess. Wave, Insight. Did find a third eye for some block. Neat. Yeah, I just don't have enough time to deal as much damage as I'm going to require to deal here. It's not super far, though. Definitely not going to have enough defense, right? Look, let's try. Damn, would have needed a little bit more defense than that. Ow. Yep. Honestly, if we'd survived that turn, we didn't deal enough damage to get the enemy within 300 of dead that turn, though. But we did have the Through Violences in hand, so we could have started that. I don't know. The fact that that was all, like, set up to a big payoff turn, and then the heart has so much HP, which makes the payoff, like, that much harder to reach. But also, the fact that, as I mentioned, the heart can't take more than 300 damage in a single turn, so I couldn't just build everything up and then blow it out in one turn, like I'd done with everyone else, except for the final boss that already showed that weakness with the deck. I kind of figured it wasn't really going to be that compatible against the heart, but I did want to take it there in case. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. That has been Reintroducing the Watcher Ascension 4. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.